And 3, 2, 1. And we're live as a being. It's Simon Thomas in the EuroAsia Scrum. It is the place that we hang out. Just going to get the members list set up. Thomas is on some public transport there that's giving us an exciting backbeat. I just muted him briefly. Here we go. Getting the screen share in. Thomas, how are things with you?
Fine, thank you. Thank you very much. Fine. It's Tuesday, and I'm on my way to work, and I hate the Gothenburg public transportation system right now, but I guess that'll pass. Yes, well, in terms of my AV activity, I paired up with Brian and Sasha last night for a while. We were having a look over at some problems that Sasha had with statistics branch, but we didn't manage to solve that, but we gave him some pointers on how to solve that. Otherwise, we were looking at some interesting active record issues, and the Shuda matchers gem that lets you try test various associations, for instance, and we were having trouble getting a green result on has many subject to have many something through association. So and so me and Brian were banging our heads against that for a while until we just simply gave up, unfortunately, because it was getting late. So
no, fair enough.
I'm gonna be working with this during the day today, actually.
Right. Okay.
I'm not going to bore you with all the details, but it was very strange. For some reason, we couldn't get this to work.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. But other than that, not much else has happened. I had a conversation with Rene about the events epic. He's at it, and I'm trying to support him as best as I can. And there are some pull requests outstanding. Me and Brian is going to have a look at that tonight. We're going to host the developer meeting. If we can get some people into that meeting.
Yeah. And
also, I got input from Brian regarding the late afternoon scrums. In the context of the time change that you guys saw. Yeah. And so we tried to get hold of Pavel in order to get that. The Americas, I think that's the American Scrum, pushed 1 hour. So I don't know if there's any. Have you spoken to Pavel anything about this?
I spoke to Pavel yesterday. I actually pulled him into the Atlantic Scrum because I had like 10 makers folks and I was showing them what was going on, and I was a bit embarrassed to have just myself there. Pavel came in and talked to us about the Oslo project and so on. I mean, we mentioned the time changes and discussed how the time change, is I think going to make this week a crazy week. But we didn't talk about what time would work better or worse for him for the Americas Scrum. I know that he ran the Oslo Scrum last night, or at least I think he did.
Well, it seemed like he ran 2 scrums simultaneously, actually.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know how that happened. But he posted, for some reason, I noticed that there were, 2 Slack notifications at the same time for both the American Scrum and the Oslo Scrums.
Right.
But these are, we figured this out, I guess.
Yeah, good stuff.
I mean, after a while, it usually settles about the times, what fits for most people. I usually don't attend that scrum, so it doesn't affect me. But I know that for Brian and some other folks, that it's a very important scrum because that's the only one they can attend during the days.
Right. Yeah. So I have a video that you might conceivably. I posted it wrong. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see about moving these scrums around. There's just posting you a video link in the group. Actually, maybe you can't see the group chat.
I can't see, but you can email it.
I'll put it in the Slack. I just realized I posted totally the wrong thing than the other thing. But,
and what is that?
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this is well. Anyway, I mean that's. And I guess before we go on to me, what's your so yeah, you're doing the dev meeting tonight, and you'll be at work today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, yesterday I didn't really make any progress at all on the MOOC or AV102. So that's my big worry today. That I just want to get on and get those things sorted. Although again, it's been another busy day. Yesterday, so we had makers have just graduated on Friday. We had a new lot starting this morning, yesterday morning. Sorry. And but I had lunch with the guys who just graduated, and we've got this new post-course thing which sort of tells them how to get a job and to get involved in Agile Ventures and to do pairing with me on the Makers Engineering team. And so the link that I've just emailed you is a video of, I mean, don't share that because it's just, you know, it's sort of Makers internal, but I thought it was worth you seeing it. It's basically me explaining a little bit the post-course and introducing them a bit to Agile Ventures and the Makers Engineering work that we're doing. And yeah, so then I had like 3 or 4 or 5 of them. I mean, I basically had all of them in the Atlantic Scrum with them. They met Pavel. Pavel talked about Jira on the Oslo project. Then I had like 3 or 4 of them pairing with me, working on a Makers Engineering thing. And anyway, so we've got like a badge called an Open Sorcerer badge that the students can now get after they graduate, if they do something like the AV102, like they actually contribute you know, a pull request to one of the Agile Ventures projects. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm kind of, I don't know. We'll see what happens after the time change settles down. I mean, yeah, I feel like we've, you know, in some ways this is a great opportunity here with Makers to get more students here involved, but like the fact that I'm now focused on Makers means I'm not so focused on the AV102 and the MOOC, and we maybe have less people coming in from the MOOC and AV102. We've had some more great work for the local support team. I just feel I need to follow up with them about, you know, I mean, they're getting into a very, very productive groove. I think the difficulty that we have for the Agile Ventures picture, I mean, like, it's fantastic that we've got, you know, these independently running projects at the moment that are kind of proceeding under their own steam. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's sort of amazing that we've got there. I think that the bigger long-term worry that we have is that people kind of get into these grooves and it works really well for them and it's a fantastic learning experience for them, but there's not much incentive for them to pull other people in or to, you know, start up with newbies. And I think the biggest thing in some ways with this sort of volunteer community is you can put a lot of effort in to getting someone set up and starting, and then they can just disappear. Do you know what I mean? So you're kind of, even though, you know, everybody who's here and they're deriving benefit from Agile Ventures, they're, you know, that they know why it's important for newbies to come in, but it's a hard slog. Do you know what I mean? To keep being enthusiastic with new people and helping them get set up when the payoff, you know, is very unpredictable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that makes me think that maybe that actually the people got.
Yes. Well, it's easy.
Yeah, your audio is really breaking up. Anyway, I think part of the thing I need to do is I just need to get in and fix the MOOC and the AV102. I think the other thing is that for long-term sustainability, we need to get to a position where, you know, I think Agile Ventures is something that people put at least a small amount of money in for the monthly service, so that they kind of, just as a process of filtering out the people who are really seriously interested in trying it versus those who are just kind of like are likely to pop off. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if you hear me now.
I hear you a bit better now, yeah.
Okay, all right. No, I know exactly what you mean, and I have some ideas about you know, to follow up the thoughts that you had about some business model, you know, with paying for projects and stuff like that, and also if we can add some more value for users in terms of I was thinking, just thinking about, could we assess them in some way when they have worked for a while in projects, to do something that you've done for instance for me or for Marian, to give them letters of recommendations or something, you know.
Well,
if we can emphasize that a little more, I mean, we can do that.
Yeah.
But can we say that, you know, just to make contributing to our projects more interesting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I've done, and I think several people have got jobs off the back.
Yeah, absolutely, I know. And but we don't speak about that, you know, because we don't want to be that you know, en masse kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then again, you know, if we tell them that, you know, working on these projects, you know, that are mimicking the workflow of an enterprise project, you know, you can showcase that to your potential employer, but you can also get a letter of recommendation from your project leader. We don't have to mention you because, of course, you know, Dr. Joseph is, of course, a very, very good reference, you know, but then again, you don't get to know all the people that work in the projects that you are not directly involved in, you know. So, but the project leader could be the one deciding, you know. and you as a co-founder could also be mentioned or something. You know, I don't know, but I mean, a piece of paper like that could add a lot of value for people.
Absolutely.
And you know, but in that paper, you know, in that assessment, we could mention that both the technical, you know, stuff that they, you know, like number of commits or, you know, stuff like that they contributed to the project itself, but also mention something about their contribution to the community itself. You know, that
absolutely,
a good team player, a good, you know, community member, blah 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 blah. You know, things that actually matter for employers. You know, because you know, when you get employed, it's not only your technical skills, but also your personality that is assessed.
Yes,
you know
total agreement. Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, what in some ways we would need to is employ a marketing person to get that message out there for us. Yeah. Anyway, I think as usual we're on the same page. I'm tempted to wrap it up there just because I want to get on with lots of the bits and pieces.
Absolutely.
But yeah, good catching up with you, Thomas. I think we're on the same page. Yeah, and I'll see you when I see you.
Absolutely, sir. Take it easy.
All right.
All right.
Bye for now, Thomas.